Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd, and we want to share some photos for the upcoming event, April 18th, Sunday afternoon from 1 to 5 p.m. at World Peace Wetland Prairie in South Fayetteville. So let's roll some photos, please. Oh, there's a big old butterfly, and it's a kind of swallowtail. You can see one side of its swallowtail has been bitten off by some bird probably trying to catch it. That's a painted lady butterfly. It's on a thistle, and can't be sure. Well, I believe that's a native thistle, but I know I've got another one in here that's not a native thistle, and would not be a desirable plant except if you want to keep something for butterflies. That's a basket flower, and basket flowers are excellent native species. Like the thistles, they can get very tall. 2 years ago at World Peace Wetland Prairie, there were a bunch of them that were 8 and 9 feet tall. This is on the front part of World Peace Wetland Prairie. This is the entry area, and this is probably a 2008 or 9 picture. And you see there's a butterfly milkweed, and it's an excellent thing for the monarchs because they eat. This is swamp milkweed. It also is on World Peace Wetland Prairie, a lot of plants. There's an example of one of the things that serves as a pollinator, but you don't think of them like you do bees, but these dragonflies participate in the process in their own way on certain plants and flowers. And of course, there is the front of World Peace Wetland Prairie with some of the tall flowers in the background, and it shows ironweed in the foreground. There's a non-native thistle, I believe. The reason I love that picture, you can see a little almost albino spider on top of that flower. That's swamp verbena, well, I don't have to name the scientific name for you, but it's a beautiful flower on all our native prairies in this area. I believe that's another swamp milkweed. Now, the thing about milkweed is it's the only plant that's another basket, or the first basket flower you've seen, I guess, in this batch. Or maybe I showed you one a second ago. But there's basket flower. See how the base of it is much like it was a woven basket, a very sophisticated design. If you think of intelligent design, you can see it's in nature wherever it came from. That's another native tall species, and it's got an insect. If you see these on my websites, you can, and on Flickr, you can blow them up bigger and see the detail. That's the swamp vervain, again, blue verbena, it's sometimes called. That's actually a button bush. You can see a button on the left. This is a plant that grows with its feet in the water always. Something else was in the middle. Here's still another species of milkweed. As we started to say, that's the plant whose vegetation the caterpillars of monarchs have to find as they migrate northward out of Mexico every spring and all the way to Canada in some cases. It takes 3 generations, and the 3rd or 4th generation of the year makes it back to Mexico if they're lucky and survive the winter there and have to fly all the way back. Can you imagine a butterfly that lives 8 or 9 months? And that's, I think I showed you one other shot of this tall white flower. There is a monarch caterpillar, and it is on, I'm not sure which milkweed, maybe swamp milkweed, but it was about to become a butterfly very soon after that period. Something coming up on Wednesday is that's tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, as we record this on the 12th of April, but it will actually be over by the time you see a rerun. So anyway, it's very important. National Veterans Tour comes to Fayetteville and talks about energy and security. And the veterans say that oil dependence funds enemies and that climate change destabilizes nations. So there you have it, and they're quoting the federal government and the Department of Defense in this message. So that's at the Omni Center in Fayetteville on Wednesday the 14th. If you don't get to see it, check the websites and the newspapers. I hope you'll see some information from it. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya.